Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are tackling a fun logic puzzle called Stone Game V. If you get confused at any point during this video, please drop a question in the comments and I'll make sure to respond to it. Here is the problem page, but it's a bit dense, so let's break down exactly what's happening step by step. We start with a single row of stones, and each stone has a point value written on it. In every round, Alice has to slice the row into two separate pieces. Then Bob steps in and calculates the total point value of both sides. Bob is mean, so he always throws away the side with the higher total, leaving Alice with the smaller pile. Alice takes that smaller pile, adds its total to her score, and then the game continues using only that remaining pile. The only catch is, if both sides weigh exactly the same, Alice gets the advantage and chooses which side to throw away. We need to figure out the absolute best sequence of splits to get Alice the highest possible score. Let's walk through an example to see how the choices cascade. If Alice makes her first slice right down the middle, the left side is 11 and the right is 14. Bob discards the heavier right side, so Alice secures 11 points. Now she has to split the remaining 3 stones, so she cuts it after the 6. Bob tosses the heavier left side, leaving Alice with a 5-point pile, bringing her total to 16. She splits the last 2, keeps the smaller 2-point stone, and the game ends because only 1 stone is left. As always, we will walk through the logic using Python, but I've included the Java, C++, and JavaScript code at the very end of the video. The first approach is to simply simulate every single possible place Alice could slice the stones and see which path gives the highest score. Here is the full code for that approach. Let's zoom in on the important chunks. We create a helper function that takes a starting index and an ending index to represent the current chunk of stones. We use a cache decorator at the top, which acts as a memory bank, so we never calculate the score for the exact same chunk of stones twice. If our left and right boundaries point to the exact same stone, the game is over, and Alice gets 0 additional points. We loop through every spot between the start and end, calculating what the left sum and right sum would be if we cut it there. If one side is lighter, Bob throws away the heavy side, and we add the light side's value to whatever maximum score we can get from playing the rest of the game on that light side. But if the sums are perfectly equal, we check both paths to see whether keeping the left side or the right side gives Alice the bigger ultimate score. If we trace a small array, you can see how our loop tests cutting after the 6, and then tests cutting after the 2, to find the optimal path. There is a second, more advanced approach that speeds things up by realizing we are doing a lot of redundant addition. By keeping track of the highest scores we've already found for segments on the left and right, we can skip the inner loop that checks every single sum. This code uses a sliding pointer to balance the sums, updating our maximum trackers on the fly, which drastically cuts down the runtime. The first approach has a time complexity of order n cubed, because we have nested loops and string slicing, while the optimized version brings it down to order n squared. The space complexity is order n squared for both, since we need to store the answers for all combinations of start and endpoints in our cache. A quick note on edge cases. If they hand us an array with just one single stone, the game can't even start, so our function correctly returns 0 immediately. Big lessons here are breaking complex games into tiny subproblems, and using memory to prevent doing the same math twice. As promised, here are the solutions in other languages, which you can easily copy and paste from the link in the description. Here is the Java version, using a 2-dimensional array for the memoization cache. Next up, here is the C++ version, utilizing a lambda function for the recursive search. And finally, here is the full solution in JavaScript. Before we wrap up, you can probably tell this channel is narrated by AI. I've recently changed up the format of these videos to be a bit faster paced, so please let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to ask any questions you might still have about the problem. If these quick visual guides help you study, please consider subscribing or supporting the channel at buymeaboba.com/LeetCode Daily. I'll catch you in the next one.